Okay, so let's learn how to set up enhanced tracking for your lead gen business using GTM. It's pretty simple. We are going to use the CSS selector method, and this will not take you more than 5 minutes. So, the prerequisites would be your Google Ads account and your Google Tag Manager, and also you need to already have set up the form submission conversion tracking in Google Ads. So, let's start off with this particular client. Let's do it for contact form submission. If you don't have whatever form that you need to track, just create a tag very easily. Go in new tag configuration, Google Ads conversion tracking. Here, just open whatever conversion you want to track. Go in, use GTM, and from here, just copy the conversion ID and conversion label, enter it here, and then you just need to set up a trigger. So the trigger can be your form is going on a thank you page, then the trigger would be page view. So you can click on plus. Here, select page view, select some page views, and page URL contains anything which could be thank you. If it's not triggering a thank you page, you can set it up on a button click. So instead of a page URL view, so instead of a page view, you will select click all elements, select some clicks, and then choose whatever is relevant. So you can have the button click class here and then set up the trigger. So most of you will have this set up already. So I'll just take you through the next steps. Open whatever tag you want to set the enhanced tracking for. Scroll down to include user provided data from your website. Tick this on. Here, click on new variable, contact form enhanced tracking, and then select manual configuration instead of automatic. And then we are just going to set up for email and phone number. Let's first set up for the email, new variable. You can name it anything you want. And then click here, select a DOM element. Here you need to select CSS selector, and now you need to visit your form which you need to track. Cool, so this is the form. I want to set up for email first. So select your email field, right click, select inspect, and now the code will be highlighted for your email field. Right click here, go to copy and copy selector. Your email selector will be copied. You just paste it here and add the attribute name as value and click save. Then follow the same steps for phone number, new variable, contact phone, again a DOM element. Go to your form, this time select your phone, right click, inspect. The phone number code is highlighted here, right click, copy selector. Here select CSS selector, paste it and write value. Click save. So this is how it will look like. You have set up email and phone number. You can do the same thing for first name, last name, or any other user details that you need. Once this is done, click on save and then click on save again. Click on submit and then publish your changes. Now, what you need to do is you need to test if your enhanced tracking is actually tracking the user variables. So, click on preview. GTM is connected. You just need to do a test and click on submit. So, this is triggered. Now, let's go here and check if the tag was fired. So, the contact form submission was fired. Let's click on this. It was fired on container loaded. So let's check in container loaded if the values were trapped. And here you can see that it shows null. So the values were not tagged here. To troubleshoot. So a good idea would be to see all of these triggers and check if in variables you are able to see the data being trapped. Yeah. So as you can see till here, the data is not there. Then when you go up, you can see the email ID that I entered. I didn't enter phone number. So let's see on this form submit if it's being triggered. Yeah. So now all you need to do is instead of the tag being triggered on container loaded, you need it to trigger on the form submit. So let's go back in the tag and go to triggers. Currently the trigger that I set was on just page view. Now this needs to be changed. So what we'll do is we'll scroll up in data layer and we see that the event is GTM form submit. So let's copy this and instead of page view, let's change it to custom event. Custom event name will be GTM form submit. And our page URL needs to be changed. So the other thing we can do is we can track the button click instead of the page view. Because if you see here, getting tracked on the contact page before the message confirmation page has come in. So basically on the thank you page, the details are not being sent and we need to track the details from the contact page itself, which is why we will track the button click instead of the thank you page URL. So the custom event is fine. The other thing we need to take is the click class. Let's take the click class from the variables and here the click class equals this submit. Now we just need to test it again and hopefully it will work this time. So this is how you can troubleshoot if you see it's not being triggered at a certain place, but the user data is being captured just a step before that. You can just change the trigger for your tag. Let's do a preview again. Test 2. So now you can see that it was triggered here. And now let's go here and see if the data was tracked. Yes, and now we've sorted this out. Our ignore at 2.com is being tracked on the contact form submission. So that's simple. You have basically set up enhanced tracking for your form. You can do it for as many forms as you want on your website. And this is the easiest way, the CSS selector. If you still find issues, you need to then dive into data layers and change certain codes in the backend of your website. For that, it would be best to get developer on the team to handle that. This is basically for people like us who are marketers and are not that technical. If there are any other ways how we can set up enhanced tracking, I will make another video on that. But this is the easiest one for you guys. And yeah, I hope it was useful. And if you do have any other questions or you're stuck somewhere, you can drop a comment or send me a message on LinkedIn and we can sort it out.